Hi everyone, so I'm making the tortilla and this is how I make mine. I'm going to do just a couple. I can't do all of them to just be repetitive, so I'm just gonna do this. Needs to be a little thin, but you can do a good size so that your samosa has some flour. I find that a thin one will tear. See? Really nice, long. And if your dough is easy to work with, you get a really good chapati. So there it is. Really nice. And then we're going to cook it on top of a charcoal stove. I showed you a stove, but I'll show you. And let's do that again. And with this one, you don't even need to shape it. You just need soft good dough. That's it. Okay, you can see. And then I start to roll. And I roll until I have the desired size. I have enemies in my life, I would like to tell you as we do this. I wrote about it, and they sort of live in my compound. I'm going to show you a guy who lives in my compound, and he's been my enemy for a long time. There are times I lived my life without knowing how bad it was, but now that I know, I want to share. And then there is another one. He belongs to a famous person in the country of Kenya. He's the son. And I think he's afraid of me saying who he is. You know that Total gas. Energies, Total Energies. There's a man with a son. That boy. He's made himself my enemy as I make some samosas. And he likes it. He loves it so much. So I'd like to make him famous. Kenya! You're famous! And now that he's famous, and I'm making some samosa. Enjoying my samosa making. So you don't require to have perfect rounds, but it's also very easy to make a perfect round. You just have to, okay, if you don't want to make a perfect round with just dough, you can do the chapati method and roll out. I will be telling you those stories about my enemies and who they are very soon. I will tell you about it. They like to mock me. They say the words I say. They laugh at my words. They do everything wrong, and then they might pretend to you before you how good they are. I'll even write a whole book about them. I want to make sure everybody knows who they are from my mouth. So this is the second chapati and it's ready. So I just lift it, fold it over, and there we go. So the first one is already done. See? I can pick it off from the pan. It's already cooked. And I don't need to cook both the sides. It's already done. I will show you what to do when I'm done making the chapatis. Since it's repetitive, I will show you how to make the pockets. See you! Hi! I'm back. I have finished making the chapatis. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I would like to advise that when you're making samosa chapati, you make it as thin, especially at the ends, as possible. But I don't mind this one. I have one more that I'm going to put here. It's not done completely, but I'm going to finish. So you take a knife, sorry about that. You take a knife, a sharp knife. I'm gonna use this sharp knife. I hope it's sharp. And you divide it into 4 pieces. And then you divide it half and half again, so into little pockets. And now we have samosa pockets that are really nice and thick and really cool. So we have those ones. I see people like doing this to them, which is really cool. You can leave some of this for rolling out something if you want. You can do some little spring roll, and you would roll it that way, then you stick it properly. Although now the dough that they use for rolling out spring rolls is really thin, but that doesn't mean you can't use this one if you want. If you don't want, then that's okay. I'm debating about what to do. Small spring rolls. So I just got half and half, and nice. And now I have this one. I'm gonna need some dough, and I'm gonna twist it like that, fold it in. There's the pocket, and then close up the pocket, and you have samosa. There it is. See? When you're done. And it is that simple. We're going to use some glue, which is made from wheat flour, and I'm going to put it there, and there we go. And I'm going to seal the ends. So, see you when I'm back. Hi, I'm back. So what I'm making right now is a little glue with a little water. I'm not going to use a lot. And flour. So I'm just going to scoop flour. I hope you can see the water. And then it's just little. In a little container. I have 1 spoon of flour going in there. I don't think that's enough. So 2, maybe 1/2. This is too light, so make sure you mix everything together so that it's clean, no chunks of unmixed flour, so that you know it's we're gonna add a little bit. We want it to be very sticky. Don't mind that. Press the spoon on the side of the container so that you can mix everything completely wonderfully. Like that. And it has to be very sticky, so we're gonna add a little bit of flour. We have that ready. I would test it like that. if it's gummy enough. If it's not, you wash your hands and you add some flour. You see, it's already sticky, super sticky. So now it's ready. Alright, let's make one pocket or 2 or 3 pockets together. We have the chapati pieces. You pick the bigger side, you fold it twice like that, like you're bringing it in together to form a pocket. Put your gum on, seal it up, and your pocket is ready. So meat will go into this pocket and we will seal it and we will have a samosa. Let's do that again with the bigger side. Press it in so that the dough is completely firm and you have a really good pocket. That's the second one. Oh, and if they harden while you're making them, keep them. You can cover them in something or a cover so that they become soft. You know, wheat is malleable. So you let it cool down and they'll stop being super stiff and you can still make a chapati. So you can still make a samosa pocket. I like the side that is cooked to be the one at the edge. You fold it in. You measure. You have this as your pocket. And you have this side. You just paste there. And press. And there you go. One nice samosa. Okay? I like to arrange them on the side. Let's do another one together. So this is the side that I didn't cook on the pan. This cooked on the pan. We're just going to fold it together like that. Make sure everything is sealed. If you can see. Bigger side. Bring in again. Make sure the tip is closed. And then paste your gum. And lock. Press this in. You have a wonderful pocket. Look. So easy. So pretty. And this one's look pretty. It tastes good. So this one doesn't have an edge, but it's still okay. You fold it in. And there we go. Really pretty. Really nice. Really easy. So I'm gonna do the others quickly. And then I'll be right back so we can fill them with some nyama, with some meat that we have cooked, with leek onion, with pepper, and with the spice of your choice. So I'm gonna do the rest and then I'm gonna come back very quickly. Hi everyone, so I am fully done. Here are the pockets and they're all ready. I had done the meat and I will show you that. I'm going to start filling and then closing this ones so that you see how we close samosa. So 1 minute. So I'm just going to take a nice small spoon and my pocket. This is my ready pocket. You can leave them out so that they dry out a little bit. Not out, but on the table you cover them. They'll dry, but they are ready instantly. This is the meat. And you put it in. So probably measure if you don't want a lot of meat, but I'll do 2.5 spoons for each. And you scoop that out, and then you hold it, press in. There you go. There's your pocket. Now we require the glue again. So that's my glue. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it on the cover of the pocket, press it in, fold, and there we go. And we have a pretty samosa. It requires to dry a little bit, but if you have your oil hot and ready, this is ready to cook instantly. You see how beautiful it is? It is altogether delicious. Okay, so this is number one. Let's do a couple more together. You take your samosa pocket, really nice. Check that the corners are all sealed. And then we're doing 2 spoons of meat. We have meat, onion, pepper, and spice in this. You put it in. That's 1 spoon. This is another spoon. And that one has filled it. I don't need to do half. So you put the end, press it in. And then the cover, paint it. And close. So very juicy. You need shallow oil. You don't require to deep fry samosa, because all that oil is going to go in here and the meat already has oil. So you don't require all of that. You just require a pan, some oil, some nice clean vegetable oil, sunflower oil, all of that, and you cook this over, because you're cooking the tortilla. Everything else inside is already ready, and you want it moist and delicious. So that one is the second one. Let's do a third and a fourth together so that I can show you. That's one, and then another. You can make your meat as spicy as you want. If you really like spicy food, make it as spicy as you want. You can use your hands or just a spoon if you want to be neat and all. Press it in completely so that you can close this part completely also, and then let them dry, and you have your samosa. Another one, press it in. The flour, the gum we made, is going to hold very well, and once it cooks really good. So 1 spoon in here, and I think that's it, so that we can make as many samosas as possible. We'd like some family samosas so that my family can enjoy samosa. So there we go, tuck that in and paint there. So nice. Fold. And we have a perfectly sealed samosa. Okay, see how pretty that was? And easy. So nice. So this is the fourth. And we check if this one is completely sealed again. We do 1 whole big spoon. You can use, I'm using a teaspoon of nyama, of meat, and you can do 2. I'm going to do 1.5. It depends on the size of the pocket. So, and then you tuck this in. You tuck the end. It holds properly. Pull it in. And there we go. And all that juiciness from the meat is dripping on the others. It's really good. You can't, this is really delicious. So there we go. And then we put it in. Has to be super meaty. You want deliciousness in here. And then be close. So I'm going to do the rest of camera. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and show you. My charcoal jiko outside is getting ready for this one so I can cook them. I'm going to do the rest. Thank you for watching. I'm coming back. So hi, I have finished and this is what I have gone. I've gone like 20 or something. There are like 20 of them. I'm going to finish and then I'm going to shallow cook them in oil and show you results. Thank you.